late.
I love this.
They kidnapped Yuna.
Where were her guardians?
Just
No, they don't.
called out, bitch.
Sir Orin's just concerned about your health.
It's not
I'm not
clear
tired of
who's
one
whistling
bit.
there, but I'm pretty sure
That's
it's Waka.
absolutely Waka.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sin-ful Studies for the Final Fantasy X retrospective. I'm joined by Bear
And we're gonna kick this bitch Belgamene's ass.
and Seuss,
Hello, hello.
and we will start right about now. Alright, let's get started. That
So,
statue's so overt, like just sup.
This is a statue of Lord Milan. 8
so talking to
centuries
everybody,
ago, he founded a
once we
legion
reach this
known
part
today
in the
as
game,
Crusaders.
is highly
In just
advisable.
a few short years after their
'cause,
founding,
Like,
their ranks
for the
grew
next
throughout
solid,
spirit.
like, 8 or
The list of
9
the enemy
sections,
feared an uprising
talking to
and
people will
accused
get you
them of
items
rebellion.
and stuff like that,
So
and
Lord
one of the
Milan
people
walked
along
along
this
this
road
very
even gives you
road
a
to
level 1
face their
spear.
charges and
Yeah,
refute them.
Two people do.
He succeeded
Because
in
of
winning
the,
Hesper's
break,
trust,
or the,
and
rest
his
area.
legion
Right.
became arm of the Yevon
Which I used on
clergy.
Kamari, so...
It was
Good,
then
good,
that
good.
Yevon
Nice.
gave them the name Crusaders, which they have kept ever since. And the
So the
rest is
Meisters
history.
always sucked.
Yeah, I mean, they're church officials. They've always been in the interest of holding on to their own power.
I think that Hunter Spear
that one looks
that
slow.
Kamari gets is actually better
It's
than
also tough.
one of the ones that
No
you
way.
picked up earlier. Like, it gets, like, piercing, strength plus
What
something
the-
or other, and sensor on it, as opposed to just piercing and sensor.
Somewhere along the way here, I do switch. I think we skipped
Oh,
the
yeah.
menu
Sir Oran's
stuff,
the
but
best.
yeah, I do switch over to it.
I could.
No, you couldn't have taken. Please, shut up.
I
Right,
defeated
now I have-
Titus and Leviabetus.
Now you're giving. Now I have flashbacks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed that.
The
I needed to go
leopard
back to
leather
that.
Daddy.
I hate that man so much.
I love my initial impression of that with 14 because
Oh.
it was literally just like that bit where he fucks you around for Titan and the whole lead
Oh,
up
yeah.
to Titan was just one of my least favorite parts of ARR.
Everybody's least favorite part of ARR because it is
And-
literally when the game reaches peak fuckabout.
It's
And
true.
literally then he comes back in post ARR and you're like, wait a minute, I
this
reckon
douche nozzle.
it's
I
literally
will fucking lash you to the bowsprit, you son of a bitch.
no, it's literally the fucking
Help us?
Spider-Man comic scene where it's Doc Ock pretending to be Spider-Man or whatever, and then the Green Goblin realizes that it's actually Spider-Man this time, and he just goes, "You."
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. I gotta say, of the Ifrit designs, this is probably still my favorite.
It's
Pretty solid one.
it's a really striking design, at least as far as I'm concerned, because it's still kind of got the whole fire thing going on, but he
Right.
just looks hella dangerous.
You just wasted an overdrive on a move.
I mean, she's not going to be able to use it in the upcoming fight anyway.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
it's good to show off the overdrives.
It is a good overdrive.
It's a pretty cool overdrive.
It's a pretty baller overdrive, not gonna lie.
A sphere overdrive?
So yeah, it's one of the things I love doing is coming into the Belgamine fight with both God, what is her name?
Fail
Yuna.
for it.
Jesus,
Do you
she's
know what
she is the
those
first.
runes are
She's the
from?
main character of this game. I couldn't remember her name.
Someone
Yuna.
Yuna and Valif are both with full overdrive, so you can double overdrive.
A terrible
Ooh, that'd
testament
be
to
good.
sin's
It
power.
is
I
nasty-tastic.
tremble every
Yeah,
time I see
it's a good strategy,
Compared to sin,
but not
humans are
strictly
mere
speaking
mud
necessary, because they
puppies.
do
Oh, it's not.
kind of.
But I believe humans
They
are the
actually
only
kind
ones
of use the
capable of
Belegime
defeating
fights
sin.
to kind of tutorialize you a
Good
little bit
reply.
and show
I am
off what
relieved
the different
to hear you
aeons
say
can
that,
do.
Lady Summoner.
Oh,
By the way,
Where
the
are
reason
my
why I did that
manners? I am
overdrive
matron, a scholar.
is because I
at your
thought that was a
service,
tutorial
lady.
fight. Because I
I am
couldn't
on a
figure out
journey,
how to switch
studying the
correctly.
history of our world, Spira, seeking its stories.
This is actually a
secrets.
redo of a previous
My travels
attempt to
have taken
record
me to
this.
many places.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't have
I
any
am
of
troubled
the
by what I have
songs
seen.
or any of the audio.
Fragile
in the first
smiles on
recording?
people's faces,
Oh,
Oh, that
crumbling
is
at the
frustration.
mere mention of
I
sin.
got to the Belgabine fight and I was like, wait,
They
hold
are
on.
counting on you, milady. Give them a reason to rejoice once more.
I will.
Does this dude show up again?
Yes.
Yes, in Final Fantasy X too.
God damn it.
Also, yes, he shows up a few more times in Final Fantasy X.
I thought that
Lucky
might be a
we're in
treasure
this.
chest.
You're lucky we're in this call, or I would yeet you across the stratosphere. There is a chest.
What?
It's right there.
Why would you yeet?
The yeeting. Every time I see Titus run, I think of Sora's run cycle.
Oh my god.
It's not even as goofy as some other run cycles we've seen.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
well,
Lady
that's fair.
Summoner, I presume.
Like-
Speaking of goofy run
Yes.
cycles,
I am
Yes, well,
Yuna. I am Lucille,
stopping
captain
on a
of the Jose
friggin'
Chocobo
dime.
Knights.
mm-hmm.
And I'm Alma. We've been charged to guard the high road.
There have been reports of a large fiend appearing in this
Don't
area
introduce
with a
yourselves
taste
like
for
I'm supposed to
chocobos.
remember you.
Do take care, Summoner
Also,
Yuna, if you
put
are to
on
rent
some
any chocobos.
pants.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
uncomfortable
It's-
for
We
riding.
will be careful.
Also, this is
Good.
Spira. We don't
should
believe
get
in
back
those.
To our rounds.
No, we
Farewell.
definitely don't.
Oh,
Our
guess
prayers are
who
with
the
you.
Luca Goers just recruited in my game?
Oh.
The lady with the no sides.
Oh my
Dress.
god.
A large
really?
scene.
She's recruitable. She's
Let's
not
go
good.
get him.
No.
So
Why?
every time I see
It's
her,
the
all
right
I
thing
just
to do.
think goes,
It's the right
Spira,
thing to do.
fashion.
What'd I
God
say
damn it.
now?
Alright.
Jet said that a lot too. And every time
Don't
he
give
said
him issues.
it meant trouble for Braska and me.
Owned. That said, that said, if it's the fiend I'm thinking it is, it's a bitch.
Yeah,
Uh,
I hate this thing.
you might be underleveled.
Maybe.
Because this thing is one-shotting you, and this, like, by the
This
time
is why I thought it was a tutorial. Because it was like, it's one-shotting me. It must be teaching me how to use Phoenix Downs.
the
Except
actual,
that when this game tutorializes, it like sits you down and goes, okay, now we're going to learn how to use a Phoenix Down.
Okay, calm down.
Well,
So,
A summoner party.
And then there's this lady.
You.
oh,
My name is Belgamine. You
Bel-
are?
I mean,
My name is Yuna.
The High Summoner's daughter. I've heard much of
Yuna,
you.
you want to ask her where her
But you
guardians
are
are?
still fresh on the road.
she
Are you
got
not?
the, she's got like the
Yes,
Magus
I am.
sisters
I
looking
might have
out.
a few
that's
things to
because
teach
she's the,
Hmm?
if not the
Let us
fate,
see
it's
which are
her
stronger.
signature.
My aeons or
summon.
yours?
Yeah.
A one-on-one match.
I don't think
to the
she's the
death,
Faith,
of
but we
course.
have to win
What do
every
you
fight
say?
with her to get the Mega Sisters.
Yup,
do my best.
including
And-
this one.
It's not
Before we begin,
hard.
They're not hard, but if you don't get the Mega
your
Sisters, you don't
aeons
get
have been
Anima.
healed. You can
Yeah,
fight
it's
with
a
your
little,
full
it's a
strength.
little. You do need to work
That.
this over
Sorry.
tactically. Yeah, so she summons Ifrit. It teaches you about Aeon overdrives and how the Aeons have shield and boost. Boost will make them take more damage, but increase their overdrive. And shield will make them take less damage, but they basically get nothing for overdrive. This
And
one's
basically, this is just a shield fight.
yeah.
It
It
only uses
basically
two moves.
it basically says, hey, hit him while he's doing normal attacks,
Not
and
bad for
then
one so
shield while he
young.
does the
I
meteor strike,
underestimated
and
you.
so on. You get
Take
the
this.
idea.
You've earned it.
Some later fights will be a little bit more tricky, but generally
You show
speaking,
promise.
you have
more
enough
training, you could
ability to
defeat
basically
Sin.
just stomp
Thank you.
her.
But
Mhm.
I think you
And the
might
echo
defeat
ring is
Sin
actually
before
pretty
I
good.
am able to.
Well, the echo ring's super good.
I cannot.
Prevents silence on
or
Yuna,
should
which
I
is
say, I was not able to.
I kept that on for quite a
Human.
while in my playthrough.
Farewell, Yuna. We'll meet
Of course,
again.
the moment I took it off is when I ran into things that had silence on it, so whatever.
Womp womp.
That's why I bought like 50 echo drops.
Fair enough.
for
Also,
echo
I like
streams.
that little bit of foreshadowing.
She's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm dead.
Or to say I could not. What? Bye!
Blah.
See ya.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot to edit out the sound of this. Sorry about that.
No, it's not a huge deal. I wasn't even commenting on that. I'm just looking at your character stats, and I'm like,
Hard mode, hard mode,
literally just making uncomfortable groaning noises in the background. Just
hard mode, hard.
May-
I'm
may-
gonna grind.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's time for some off-screen grind between this and next.
post
Operation.
Operation Mihen, the road shortly after that, before the Jose Temple, is honestly a pretty good way to grind. The only
Just
issue,
ignore that overdrive.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
that was. Do you not know how to use Lulu's?
I
server?
didn't at the time. I figured it out real fast.
Yeah,
My lady's
it's. Let me just say
You're...
that one
Yes.
basically impossible
My
on
name
keyboard,
is Yuna.
Yerp.
I'm Callie.
because it still wants you to
Nice
rotate
meet
the
you,
right stick.
Callie. Lady Yuna,
Just
are you going to bring us the
use your
call?
directional arrow keys and
Yes.
rotate them.
Very
Okay.
soon.
I know for a fact, by the way,
Yay!
that Titus has had the calm
We're
Mm-hmm.
explained to
looking
him,
forward to another calm.
so
my
this
lady.
drove me spare.
I'll do my best.
No,
Kind
actually.
of.
And good luck
Uh,
to your guardians
It's
as
been
well.
like you could pick it up. I guess this is like
You
I
can
don't-
kind of pick it up from context, but no, I think this is the first point where he just straight up has the calm explained to him.
What's the call?
Because now Orin's here, and Orin is,
The calm is a time of
Sin
peace.
toxin.
It comes after a summoner defeats Sin and lasts until Sin reappears.
Huh?
Is it bad that I just want a
Sin dies
idle
and is
animation of
reborn.
Orin drinking
I
from his
get it.
jug?
Right.
I thought it was weird.
Do you, Titus?
Yuna's dad defeated Sin 10 years ago, right? But Sin's still here. Didn't make much sense till now.
in one of the
Wait,
previous
if it just
videos,
comes
we made
back-
mention of, well, what happened between
Don't
all the
say it
years when
isn't
Sin
worth
was
it.
around before the summoners
Because
were a thing.
It is.
Even
It's
for
never
a
really
little while.
explained, but it's
can
implied that
sleep
Sin was
in
just
their
around
beds
all that time and
without
just
being
causing
afraid.
fucking havoc.
That
Uh,
kind of time
So
is
the
worth
calm lasts
anything.
10 years because that's how
Don't
long
say
it
it
takes
isn't
Sin to
worth it.
reform after the
Your
whole
words that day, Yuna, I
thing,
remember them
the
well.
summoning thing.
The final summon fight.
Yeah, the final summoning and everything like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that there's, every 10 years a new summoner comes up to the plate and wins.
Correct. I felt bad about that, by the way.
You actually get stuff from him if you don't do that.
Oh. Make you play for the goers. Shut up, kid.
What do you get? Do you know?
Let me double
I was
check.
gonna say, could you bring it up? I'm
Yeah.
curious.
My guide's loading up. No, you stop that.
But how about yes?
You stop that. This is Mihan Hyman, yes. Okay.
Yes. Helps keeps flames at bay. It won't help you even a little up ahead. See, I one-shot those two pricks. It's just this asshole.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not supposed to be one-shotted. it is actually supposed to be a challenge.
Ah, maybe you're just over-leveled, Dick.
No.
I can dream, damn it.
No.
I can dream. Anyway.
Give it no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he gives you 3 softs.
Oh,
That's
Which-
nice.
Super useful. You can't actually buy those.
Yeah, and also the upcoming area has petrifying enemies.
Yeah. Specifically, it's mostly after Mushroom Rock. Most of the stuff here gives silence.
you okay?
Yeah, I just had something in my throat.
Fluster, fluster, fluster. Goodness. But no, I like this area. It's like the real first place you can grind. So.
Yeah, it's the first place where they kind of take the training wheels up. Why did you... Okay.
Oh,
She's
she's confused. So. Google.
Yeah. It's a little hard to tell with things sped up as they are. So, the high road is a bit of an interesting place. Clearly there's a bunch of ruins around and everything like that. It's not super clear how long, obviously we know it's been about 1,000 years. But, like, it's not super clear what this area was used for before that. By all accounts, it may have just been a general thoroughfare road, just as it is now.
I always got the feeling it was part of a larger city. Like this was just a main road in a big city.
Yeah, that's kind of the picture that I get as well. It is kind of hard to tell, because, like, by this point it's been so long that literally nothing's, like, remaining of what would have been here, aside from, like, a couple, like, bits and pieces off of, like, crumbling towers, basically.
Yeah. Portions. Why, it's these two nerds.
Bringing in their secret weapon for Operation Mihen.
The operation.
Can't forget about the operation.
So,
Oops. Oh, that's because there's another fight right afterwards.
yes.
The operation's critical. It's going to be the one that finally removes that enormous stick from Upluzu's ass.
Great.
No, it isn't.
Congratulations, Waka.
Hey, stop
If I
loafing
remember
around.
right, they commence or they commiserate if you lost.
Yep.
The
Like,
Lady
it
Summoner
happens.
and her
Yeah,
guardians.
This mission requires our full attention. We've no time to waste. Understood?
I love what Luzu
Yes, ma'am.
says here in a
Apologies,
sec.
ma'am.
Carry on.
See, keep your head down, say sir a lot, and you'll do fine.
Right, sir.
It's true.
Hey,
Welcome to the army.
Even though Yevon
It's
rejected
true,
us,
though.
we still believe in you. That won't ever change.
What?
Thank you, Sir Luzu, Sir Gata.
Stairs.
But, you know,
So,
it's not too late for you to go back to Besaid and...
We should be going, sir.
we probably should talk about this.
Let's talk about this. Yeah.
The current Operation Mihen, because it's taking place on the Mihen High Road, they have not been sanctioned by the Church of Yevon. Let me rephrase. They have not been officially sanctioned by the Church of Yevon.
Which will also come up in a second. With this other interaction.
Not this interaction. This is just a fight.
Yeah, but
We'll defeat Sin.
one of the
Yevon's
things
teachers
about
say-
this is that
Enough.
you're going to get
I
hints
only
and
meant
bits and
to-
pieces about what exactly is going
you
on,
alright?
but we can pretty well spell it out here.
We probably
The
need
Crus-
to talk
Summoner?
about it. Yeah.
The Crusaders
Yes,
are pairing
I
up with
am
the
Yuna.
Albed to use Ancient Machina along with the Crusader
is an
forces
honor,
to
my
fight
lady.
Sin.
My name is Shalinda.
I am a disciple of Yevon.
3 guesses how
What
well
was all
this is
that
going
about?
to go for them.
The
and the first
Crusaders
2 don't
operation?
count.
You mean the one Gata and
which I think she
Luzu were
mentions
talking
here.
about?
I heard they were to use
Where
forbidden
basically
machina.
they're using Abed,
I had to
which
stop
is
them.
against the teaching.
Huh?
Yep, there it is.
Why?
The use of machina is strictly forbidden
So,
by the Yevon priesthood.
They do bring up interesting
That's bad,
points
yeah?
about this. The Crusaders
them
are
use
an
whatever
arm
they
of
want.
Yevon,
They
but
still
effectively
won't defeat
because
sin.
of their actions here,
But
they're basically
it's
going to be
not about defeating
excommunicated.
sin. The teachings
Which
of
is
Yevon
a
must be
little
upheld.
weird, all things considered, because
right.
they are legit, like,
You don't
I
understand.
run by a
The
maester.
Crusaders won't even listen
I
to
need to
me.
bring this up.
And it's all
Uh-huh.
because I'm just a lowly
It's not
acolyte.
about defeating
say
sin. We
that.
have to uphold the teachings of Yevon. I'm sitting
Well,
there going,
I haven't been a summoner
lady,
for
look
very long
around you.
myself, you see.
Well,
Still,
in their
I can't put
perspective, though,
myself down every time
sin
I
is
fail.
eternal.
People are
And that's
depending
the
on
fucking
me. They're
problem,
depending on
innit?
both of us.
Yes.
Y'all have been doing this for
Yes,
1,000
you're
years.
right,
It hasn't
my
worked.
lady.
Let's try gun.
Absolutely right.
I'm not even sure if they're aware that
Thank you so much.
it's only been
Lady
1,000
Yuna.
years. From their perspective, it
Now,
might be,
I feel I have the
well,
courage
sin's always
to
been here.
finish my training.
Well, no, because we were told history lesson that sin showed up as a result of
Oh,
people
right.
1,000 years
I
ago
will do my
doing
best
terrible
to get
shit.
myself
Machina.
appointed to a
Yarp.
temple as a nun.
Okay, this is actually what I want to know. It's a Shueisha in X2.
Yes.
Okay, rad.
I can't remember. Oh, she's part of New Yevon. That's right too.
The fuck? How do you square Yevon with the knowledge of what's
We
true?
rest here.
So,
That gets explained.
But this is
that,
an
that does
outfit
get
shop.
explained. We won't go into it because it's 10-2. We'll get there when we get
Is
there.
that a problem?
They don't believe in Yevon. And in Luca,
I love this.
they kidnapped Yuna.
They
Where
believe
were her
Yevon.
guardians?
Just
Oh.
No, they don't.
called out, bitch.
Sir Orin's just concerned about your health.
It's not
I'm not
clear
tired
who's
one
whistling
bit.
there, but I'm pretty sure
That's
it's Waka.
absolutely
I am.
Waka.
I love that.
As
Waka's
if I
just
could
like,
sleep.
I'm not tired. Or is just like, I'm kind of tired. Fucko.
I'm
Good idea.
old.
Mr.
Let's go.
Rin's shops are all over Spira.
I'm
They are
trying
quite convenient
desperately to
when you're on
read
the road.
the Rin sign up there.
This might be the last time we
I know it
cross
says
like this.
Rin something other, but I can't remember, or I can't
I've heard that the
quite make it
proprietor,
out.
Mr. Rin, is in Albed.
I'm not
But I
sure
was very
which
relieved to
sign
find
you're
that he
talking
keeps
about.
nothing sacrilegious.
The
It's
big
out of
sign up
frame.
front.
Oh,
It's the big sign up
front.
front. Yeah,
Okay.
like up top. It's also at the top of this pillar.
I assume it says the name of the shop, which is Rin's Travel Agency.
No, because it's actually just
That
Rin
sunset
and
was
then
different
one big
from
long
the one I
word.
saw in Kilika.
Also,
It was
you go to that
quiet,
bit.
almost gentle.
You go to what bit?
That bit
That
right
was-
there in front of you, in the water. The
Okay.
thing sticking out of the water. You
What you up
get
to?
one of the legendary weapons.
Oh, is that true? Oh, cool.
Nifty.
I didn't know that, actually. We do recover
Pretty.
the crest up ahead, by the way.
Good.
Sure
It's
is.
a secret. That's like,
I wish I could
It's a secret
live in a
landing
place like
yeah,
this.
it's a secret landing area.
area. Oh, cool.
Peaceful.
There's
Living
two in
with a
Besaid, if
smile
I
on my
remember
face
correctly.
every day.
There's the Moon Crest, which we got,
You
and then
can,
the other
once you
one
beat
for
Sin,
Orange, I think.
No, I mean there's
Saturn.
two secret
then-
landings.
A new
Oh,
sin
that makes
will
Oh,
be born
then I have
anyway.
no idea.
Well, then
There's
you can just
one on
beat
the
it
bridges
again.
by the waterfalls,
I
and then there's
Wish
one
I could.
after that.
Hey, you can. Trust me. You are the best summoner out there. Yuna, why does Sin
I'm
always
actually
come
kind of
back?
surprised. So,
Sin is
soft
punishment
spoilers
for our
for
vanity.
Final Fantasy XIV.
and it will not
But
go
a bunch of
away
people
until we've
draw
atoned.
a
How do we do
Sin
that?
Eater version of the Warrior of Light,
Hmm.
and they're all very interesting.
What did we do that was so
I'm kind
bad
of
in the first place?
Surprised there's no Sin version
Ah.
of Titus.
Was it using lots of Machina or something?
Because from what I
It's-
understand, it looks
Wait,
different.
was that
every
such
time.
a bad thing, really?
You mean the final Aeon? I don't know.
It's funny.
It's
Ever
Could be-
since I was
could be
young,
interesting.
I never
I
questioned.
mean,
I thought Sin itself might look
but now
different
that you
too.
ask me if it is that bad or not,
Probably not.
hard to say,
know.
really. But I will say that
there are so
I
many
think
things
it's
I
just a
don't know.
factor of
Well, then we're
both
the
the
same.
popularity and like the
Such
the-
thinking
Oh,
is
that's fair.
very unbecoming.
context
summoner.
surrounding the characters.
Sound like Micah?
So like, Warrior of Light is basically voiceless protagonist
very
that
nice,
anybody
you
can
know.
make their own.
Right. I'd love to see
Titus.
different versions.
Titus is kind of obnoxious and really unlikable.
No.
I was wrong, by the way. If I look up Final Aeon, there are some.
Okay.
You know,
Puts in no mic. There's some interesting stuff here.
during a game,
It
You have to
seems
think of
most
Blitz
people
and nothing
associate
else,
him
you know?
with Leviathan.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What the whole water thing?
Yeah.
ah, you can't
That's
think
interesting.
that's a cute girl in the fifth seat from the right, and you can't be thinking about where you're going to go on
Shut
that date.
I know. I actually
because the
like
minute you
that
do,
line
That's when
because
you
that's a
lose.
callback to the
The
to
two
the opening.
bimbos.
You see,
The two dipshits
Yuna,
with the you wanted
what
to
I
say
mean
that
is,
line again.
You really
Uh,
shouldn't worry, you know? After we beat Sin,
I stand by it.
that's when you can worry about the future.
I guess.
Yeah, Yuna. You can worry
So-
about future later.
But Yuna,
Wait.
how are you
So
supposed to beat something
is
big like that?
it's a little
final
weird,
summon.
and I really kind of feel like
It's the only way
This
to defeat
is-
sin. The only way.
a
With
bit
it,
of a
we can
problem
call
with
the
the
final Aeon.
storytelling. I
That's
think.
the goal of the pilgrimage.
Oh, it totally does say travel agency. Son of a bitch.
The fate
Uh-huh.
of the final summoning lies waiting in the far north.
I just
to greet
squint really
summoners that
hard,
complete their
okay?
pilgrimage.
Okay. So here's the problem.
At the world's edge in Xanarkand.
Everyone seems to be willing to fill Titus in on just about
Xanarkand?
everything that he asks because
Except for the fact
She
that the
means
summoner
ruins of a city
dies.
destroyed
Yeah,
1,000
no,
years
like
ago.
I get it. It's something that they don't really want to acknowledge because there's that whole sense of impending doom. But
Right,
like
but-
even fucking Orin, who to a point
sure
has
it's
basically
ruins?
told him, "Stop being
That's
a
what I've
dipshit.
heard.
Get your head out of your ass
You'll
and
see
do
it for
this."
yourself
Right.
soon enough.
Won't tell him that.
Yuna, come back.
Honestly,
They-
Orin is definitely the mastermind of all this, isn't he?
Oh my god.
I think I know why.
Go ahead.
It's
You
real
will go with
simple
us to Xanarkand?
because he'd take his head of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, he would also sabotage it.
Yeah,
Actually,
he would
yeah,
actively
we
try
see
and
that.
sabotage
I'll
it.
go to
Yeah.
Xanarkand.
We see that at the end.
See it with
Like,
my own eyes.
he breaks down, like, hard.
Exactly my point. So
So
they
maybe
didn't
it's a
want to
good
tell
call.
him.
But I agree with Seuss as well. That, like, from a storytelling perspective, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, it's mostly because it's gonna
I
slap
knew.
the shit out of the player.
It couldn't be my Xanarkand. But I had to make sure.
But what were you saying, Seuss, about Orin?
Sorry?
So Orin very
I meant to
obviously
say
for
pardon
the
me,
entirety
but
of the
it came
game
out in El Bed.
knows
Oh.
far
you're in
more
Al
than he
Bhed.
actually lets on.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where
I am
I
Rin,
feel like
owner of
if
this
he had just
establishment.
come out with a little bit more
Hello to Subway.
information, the
Huh?
group could potentially
It
be a little
means
bit more
nice to meet
prepared
you.
for things that lie ahead.
Ah.
Which,
well,
I get it, it's part of the
Helly
summoner's
do sad
journey, they
weed
have
to
to
you
experience
too.
this stuff for themselves,
Mhm.
he's already been through it
If you
once,
are interested,
but at the same
El
time,
Bed primers
fuck
can be
you,
found
Orin.
all over the
Just
sphere.
fuck you.
Finding them and learning our language might be
Like,
fun.
I get it, there is a certain amount of pain and
Here, let
suffering
me
that
give
somebody
you
needs
a
to have in order
commemoration
to
of
be
our
a good
meeting.
summoner and be able to
Although
weather
you
the
might
storm,
want to be
so to
careful
speak.
where you speak
fuck
our
you.
language.
Alright, like,
Well,
if
up
you
ahead
had-
especially,
Yeah,
it
I-
comes
It's-
across as like, you could have
A
told
Jackie
them that's
Case,
gonna
huh?
fail this badly.
That's our cue.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's now time for the Chocobo Eater.
So
Oh,
I
thank
actually,
you for your
I
service.
actually didn't
Please,
didn't
use
ask
this.
about this one first.
What's up?
How'd you do?
So
Well, about to find out, aren't
you're
we?
about to find out. But I do want to say the first time